Good afternoon, everybody. Live from Fabric Flare in Long Beach, California. I want to welcome gevork.
So official.
Doesn't it? From the Fabric Flare Studios, Long Beach, California. We decided to dress up a little bit.
We did. I was wearing just a t-shirt, so we thought we'd go with just shirts for you.
You know, and lipstick.
We're sweating again. It's
We're
one
sweating.
of the hottest days on record, almost, with humidity.
It is.
Your friend said it was in 30 years he hasn't.
60 years.
Yeah.
He's not ever heard of it being this hot and humid. So we've got some people joining us right now. They're all in a surprise because they didn't know we were doing this. So little backstory. Yesterday we lost our video again. We're going to try to do a quick 25-30-minute video today showing the fabrics that we had yesterday. Gwenda has joined us. We love Gwenda. Gwenda's been one of our biggest supporters. And so we're going to do a quick video showing the fabrics we did yesterday. As you can see, we have snowy blizzard behind us. And we also have George Washington. Oh, what's this? Who is she?
Her name is Julie.
Julie? Did you just name her?
No. I've named her. She was an antique doll, and she didn't have a face, and my grandma painted a face on her. She's like the only stable woman in my life right now.
The only stable woman in your life. What am I? Am I not stable? No, I'm unstable. I'm just kidding. Right. So anyway, welcome everybody. We are so. She said it's hot in Florida too. Gwenda says. So we're going to do this video, see if it stays up, see if everything happens. Gevork is also filming it with his camera, so we will be able to have it saved. So basically, this video is going to be a review of the fabrics from August 15th and September 1st. A review for that. And then after this one's done, we're going to film another video talking about the process of how the dyes come out differently. From what you see on the screen and what you see on fabrics, because even weave dyes differently. We'll talk about that in another video. And then we'll also, in another video, we'll talk about the whole process on why the fabric delays. There might be 2 weeks, there might be 3 weeks, and we'll talk about that. And then another one we're going to talk about is our satisfaction guarantee on our fabrics. So we're really excited about that. Margaret Lynch says, hey, Cindy, who's that handsome guy beside you? This is gevork, everybody. For those of you that don't know who gevork is our dyer. He is our fabric dyer, and he is also a lot of people's drug lord.
And my favorite was the Willy Wonka of cross stitch.
Yeah, the Willy Wonka of cross stitch. That was pretty funny. Being British, was it Willy Wonka from Britain? Oh no,
the original one.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder was American.
Was he American?
Yeah,
I thought of him as being British. I don't know why. So we are recovered. Yesterday was really, really hot.
Oh, and we were so hungover as well.
We were hungover. We were pretty hungover. But today we're feeling good. We had good sleep. And so what we're going to do is we are going to start right in with the fabrics from, we'll start on the fabrics that were released on September 1st, if you guys don't mind. And those fabrics, please remember that all the fabrics that you see from Fabric Flare are available in 14, 16, 18, Aida.
No, 28, 32, and 36 count even weave, which is very unusual. We're the pioneers of that.
Yeah, 28, 32, and 36 even weave. Yeah. And in linens?
So you've got 28, 32, 36, and 40.
40. 40 is like gauze. You people that stitch on 40 are nuts. But we do sell a lot of it. So we, any fabrics you see we can get, please note that right now, gevork is waiting on base stock of 16.
28 linen and 28 count even weave.
And 28 even weave. It is coming from Europe.
It's a customs issue right now.
Yes.
So it's out of my hands. I'm sorry. But we're going to be stocking up more because you guys are crazy. You've been ordering too much. No, order more. Order more.
It's hot here, so I'm having a lemonade.
Well, I asked Cindy, would you like a coffee, darling? And she goes, no, I want a beer if you don't mind. So I'm not having a coffee if you're having a beer.
So we're doing that. Okay, we're going to start with the release of the first. We'll see how we do. Okay, first off is footprints in the sand. And do I have it upside down?
It's this way.
So this one is 27 by 36. These are all done on 14 Aida.
Yeah.
Aida. 14 Aida. We also have a pattern for this, footprints in the sand, that we have done. It will only fit on 27 by 36. gevork designed it. It's a beautiful back stitching.
It's a back stitch pattern, so it's not full cross stitch, and the text and stuff Oh, it's just so beautiful. And because I designed it on 14, if you want to do it in 16/32, it'll fit just as perfect. It'll just be a tiny bit smaller.
Tiny bit smaller, but also remember, for those of you that fear backstitching, we have an unbelievable video from the queen of cross stitch, Pat Carson, that teaches you how to do backstitch and love it. I love backstitching because I'm a very much blackwork stitcher, so I love that. But we also will carry this in 18x27, and he will also design it to where it'll be in 18x27. In portrait.
Yeah.
He's got to do the work. So when we design these fabrics, one thing that you've got to keep in mind when we design them, if we find a design we like, we have to make sure that it is not copyright, that it's our design, and he has to rework everything in his program to make it. So we may not get to the portrait right away. Sometimes he's genius.
If there's a demand for it, we'll make anything.
Yeah.
So.
Anything. This was pretty cool. So he called it a different name than I would have called it.
It was semantics, I think.
It was.
Yeah, you said up in the stars or something? I said up at the stars.
Yeah, I said looking up at the stars. He said looking at the stars. This is really cool. So B.A. Johnson, Barb Johnson said, can you make it to where the moon's on the other side? Sure. We'll just do this. Okay, I'm kidding.
Or you can
do
a little portrait as well. You can have it up like that as well.
Or we can have it like this. Yep. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Opal. It's got to be opal.
Silver,
yeah, get it with silver. So here's the funny thing is when he first told me it was silver, I was like, what is he talking about? That must be some British thing. Well, his father uses the term opalescent or opal, so he understood what I was talking about. So when you hear us talk about silver or opal, same thing.
Yeah, and it's a finish on the fabric. It's really, really discreet, and it's beautiful.
And I know that other companies use it where it's really over.
Yeah, it's woven. The difference is it's woven into the thread. Now, people think of that as a positive, but I don't. It really makes it really scratchy, and then it looks too gaudy.
Yeah, because it's so overwhelming.
It's not like the silver that we do isn't color fast or wash fast. So it allows us to control it, and I think it looks far more subtle and far more beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. And I have to agree with you because I'm not a big opalescent person.
Yeah, especially in linen. People who are more traditional in say linen, they don't want this overwhelming
exactly
glitz. You know,
totally.
So,
and that's all I stitch on.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell you the last. Well, I can tell you the last time I stitched on Aida. I started a project for someone, and I was like, wow, this is really weird because I stitch all in hand. I don't use a Q-snap or anything. So we decided to go on our Galore line. He named the first one Candy Corn Galore. Bats Galore. Bats Galore is going to be fun. Do it in opal. Do it in plain. They're not a true black. They're kind of a gray black on white.
I'd say like a dark. You know that? What's that really dark TMC shade? That's almost
3799.
There we go.
Oh, one of those.
That.
Yeah. And would you do it on parchment if someone asked?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that would actually look quite good.
Because don't we have spiders on parchment?
Yes. Some of our best ideas are because of you guys.
Exactly. Robin Sorensen asked us to do our spiders that we did on white. She asked us to do them on parchment.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Okay, I know you guys have all been kind of freaked out by it. Like, oh, I can't do spiders. I can't stitch on spiders. But this has been a really interesting thing. Michelle Gabriel is asking if gevork stitches.
Yeah, I used to stitch a long time ago. So the last project I did was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But I don't have the time anymore.
See, I don't have the time either.
I don't read anymore either.
Yeah.
I can't spell because I haven't been reading anymore. I know how to cut and fold fabric really well.
The funny thing is we were asked to expand the Galore line. So we are going to take the Galore line because of Dave. Dave Rayer was here yesterday visiting us from Torrance, California. I've known Dave for a number of years. We've done the whole eBay talking circuit, event circuit. And Dave is a very, very close friend of mine. And he was just fascinated by it all. And he goes, you guys are missing something. And Gevork and I are looking at each other like, what are we missing? And then he told us.
Yeah, he wanted cats.
Black.
But black Halloween cats. It kind of like in a Galore style, just like around the fabric.
Yeah,
so
around the front.
We have to work.
So we're going to do a black fat line. But we've also been asked by Crystal Gamberling if we would do coffee bean galore. We've got our coffee frame, but she asked if we would do coffee bean galore. So we will definitely do that. So, so look at this. That's galore on white opal linen, please. So just so you know, Susan, We are a little out on stock on 28 linen. If you want 32, we can get it, but it'll be about 2 weeks for 28.
Yeah.
28 to be safe. But and that takes you into the end of, or towards the end of September. So if you have time, we can do that. So Claudia Hora likes the idea of the black cats, and so does Marie. And Marie's a big stitcher. So cats, I see they all love the cats, the black cats. So we may do.
Oh, we're gonna do the cat fabric with the faces, because I was wearing a T-shirt for the grip and frame.
Yeah, so the grip and frame. So we may do a release where we do
an animal-centric release. Maybe the next one should be, because we're
just
going to do all of the dog designs.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, we might do an animal-centric release.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So Susan says she can see again. So just let us know if you want 32 or 28. Count Susan. Just let me know, or April know in PM. Also, gevork's least favorite, but it seems to be the group's favorite.
Like creepy forest that I never want to step into.
Creepy forest. This will be done in 27 by 36 or 18 by 27.
You guys can't see the. I don't know if you can see the coloring, but it's like a real it looks very pale on the screen. It's really rich, like creepy mustardy. It's such a good coloring.
Yeah.
I think for any kind of like fantasy designs or witches.
It's like a mossy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I see the on the smaller, on the 18 by 27, the pixies from Bewitching Pixies would be awesome on this. But any of the Lena Lawson, the creepy guys.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to do overlays almost every day. So if you like a fabric and you're like, oh, I really love that fabric, I don't know what I'll do on it, wait for the release of the overlays, and then we'll give you like 10 to 20 ideas, previews to scale on each of these fabrics before each release. So we'll do that over the next 15 days or so, yeah. And
then the next thing that we'll talk about too in another video, I've got to make notes. I'll have someone remind me. I'll have Tina or someone message me, or Terry. And in fact, I want to announce right now, Terry doesn't know this yet, but we're adding a new admin to the group because we've grown so big. So we are adding my very good friend Terry Reed, who has just retired from her job, and I'm adding her as an admin to help out in the group, to help Tina, April, and myself out in the group. So we're excited about that. She doesn't even know that yet, so it's just an announcement. I keep meaning to add her, and I keep forgetting, but now that she can help us out a lot more, it's been awesome. She's been one of my biggest supporters. I've known her now 32, 33 years, and her husband just retired from the Union Pacific, where he was a welder. Or not welder. Worked with metal, I don't know. Okay, we were told we had to change the name of this fabric by David.
Yeah. It's like an orangey dried blood color. The first thing that comes to mind is vampires and
zombies.
Day of the Dead kind of.
Zombies, apocalypse is what David wanted us to name this. He goes, so you guys named it Smudge. He goes, it needs to be Zombies Apocalypse. But so one thing to keep in mind, this is a 27 by 36. It's got this big black splotch up here. Yeah. The whole thing is 27 by 36. So you can get, a number of designs out of it. If you were to buy it in 18 by 27,
it wouldn't have that. It would just be this half.
It would just be this half over here in 18 by 27. Yeah. So you've got to be specific if you want the black splotch or whatever. Also, for those of you that have ordered Autumn Maples and was it just Autumn Maples that had the kind of
it's been corrected.
It's been corrected. It had kind of one side had kind of an antique-y looking look to it, and we had a couple of people say, "Oh, I don't like that smudge on there." So he's corrected it. We'll talk about that in our satisfaction guarantee.
Yes.
That you don't like the fabric. I took both pieces back. Happy to replace them. Yeah. So okay, 3 more.
We got loads of fabrics coming up.
I'll let you do this one because this one was a special.
I'm proud of this one. Actually, I think I'm more proud of the name. So we've actually got several designs to go on this. This is for your wine lovers. So we've got a great design. So it's kind of like a bird's eye view on a fun evening. So we've got a bottle of wine, some corks, some smudges, and a glass of wine as well. And we've done actually a few designs for this, but loads of overlays we're going to do. I think it's going to be a really great seller. It's such a fun idea. It goes along with like the coffee and the beer.
Exactly.
So we had to do a one. But the best part is I've named it April's Evening.
And for those of you that don't know, we tease April that she finishes up working with me 5 or 6 hours a day, and then she goes home to her 4 children, and then she's still working at home with the 4 children, working, invoicing and everything, and then she dyed some fabrics, and we called it inspired by Moscato. So he called this April's Evening.
I'm just going to measure this inside part here. So you've got a maximum, with a decent border and framing, you've got about 10 by 12.
Yeah.
I mean, you could push a couple more inches if you were going to take less of a border, but.
So we have a pattern with 4 or 5 patterns in it that are some fun sayings, and we will get that published and be up in our album with that. It is in our album, so we're going to have Tina bump that album.
The charts, they're cheaper if you buy it with the fabric, as well, you've seen.
So Crystal Gaberline says, love wine. Cindy, could a person get just one half or the other, but not both? Crystal, I'm not sure if you're talking about that on...
This is a quarter cut. So this is 18 by 27, and we can do this in an 18 by 19. Your stitched area will be a lot smaller, like this central part here will be a lot smaller.
Yeah, if we do it in our regular cuts...
these two will move up a little bit. We can do it regular cut.
Yeah, we can do it in regular cut in the 18, but your space would be a lot smaller.
Yeah, but we can just message and
we'll talk about it. Thank you, Lisa. She said it's gorgeous. This was a fun one. We talked about this yesterday on the show. And how did I get this one in my box?
That's a mistake.
You better write it off. He charged me for this. I'm just kidding. I love teasing him. Happy Halloween. Just a really fun one, the Halloween frame. We haven't decided if we're going to go orange stripes all the way out or leave this border. If you leave the border, you could frame it like to this, or you could take the orange all the way out.
I think we decided to go with the orange.
Yep,
all the way
orange
out.
all the way out.
Gives you more options. And we're going to do this one in different sizes if you request it. So your middle section is going to be about 10 by 6.
10 by 6.
10 by 6.
Really fun.
Yeah. With ample for frame.
And for Karen Papiana, I believe it was Karen that asked if we could do a Bobby G design that we will overlay in that. We will do that for her. We'll get that. So she says she's not a Halloween person, but that is neat. So we will work on that. Lynn said the smudge looks like lava, like liquid ash. It does look like lava, doesn't it? Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, couple more. This was a fun one.
Yes, on the theme of Halloween.
Spider web. You could do
it's like a very bright but dark orange as well.
Yeah, it's not real bright. Yeah. It's more of a it's a really pretty orange. Halloween hat by Alessandra Adelaide.
Yeah, so you can do landscape or portrait.
Isn't that fun? Yeah. Love this one.
Yeah,
and this would be really fun in opal because it looks like the web is, it would just be fun.
Unless you guys are doing samplers or something really traditional, I'm definitely somebody who's not a fan of things being over the top. Get silver, get sparkles. It just makes stuff so much prettier.
Yeah. So Terry Reed's asking us, can Happy Halloween be done in landscape? You'd have to word.
I was thinking of doing that. I was going to mention it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, okay. Yeah.
That'd be great. We'll do that, Terry. We'll get that. We'll get him designing that today. Julie's bugging me. Just kidding. His girl. Yellow Brick Road, 27 by 36 or 18 by 27. Imagine the characters from Brooks' books on here, and then you've got this whole thing to frame.
And also, again, I don't know if your monitors can show the color, but the coloration up here is stunning. It's really beautiful, and it kind of sucks you into it. It's not like you kind of get drawn into this. He did
African Sunset, but it was a gradient. Where this is
just got more detail to it as well.
Yeah.
And I think I said I'm going to do a fabric, a gradient fabric or a sunset fabric like this with just the top half because I like that color so much.
But you could do so much with this. You could put Mirabilia, ladies on it. You could do, the idea for me was to do something with the Wizard of Oz, and putting like the Brooks Books characters, which we carry the patterns. Yeah. There's 10 patterns in the series. They're normally $60. We're doing a sale on them for $44.99. If you buy all 10 at once, if not, they're $5.49 each.
I'm kind of excited about these larger pieces where people can put multiple characters and multiple designs up. It was like the witches.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we'll talk about placement. When we get to the witches, we'll talk about placement. And then our last one for September 1st release is very partial to actually both of us. Because both of us lost our mothers to cancer. Gevork was 12, and I lost my mother 8 or 9 years ago. And this is, Crystal, we thought of you, honey, when we designed this. This is pink ribbons, And for the month of September and October, we will be giving 10% to Breast Cancer Awareness Group for the sales, for what we do in sales. And also we have a pattern with 5 patterns.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain?
Yeah, so we've got lots of cool sayings for that. We're going to do, we'll show them in a gallery afterwards. But yeah, one life, no fear was what my dad always used to say. But we've got lots of fun ones like no lumps in my cups.
That was my favorite. Yeah, no lumps in my cups.
But they go perfectly.
Or keep the lumps out of the cups.
Keep the lumps out of the cups. And then also get this one with silver as well. And the ribbons are really detailed, but they're not overwhelming. So it's quite a subtle background. Whatever you put on top of this, you're not going to be drawn necessarily to the background.
Yeah, because a lot of times when we see the pink that they use on a lot of the cancer awareness, it's so bright.
Yeah.
This is a pretty pink. You did marvelous on that. Very, very excited about that. So now we'll move on to the 2 weeks ago on the 15th of August, we released Fabric.
Hurry up, Cindy, look how quickly time goes when
you
do live videos.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll hurry on this because we want to keep these at 30 minutes. We don't know why they're being deleted. We don't know why. We haven't done anything wrong. So, but we are copying it yesterday. I did a boo-boo. I filmed it, but I filmed it backwards.
Oh my gosh, so as a backup, we thought just in case it goes wrong, we should have another camera recorder recording. So we set it up. It takes us at least an hour or two, set everything up. We're really confident and proud of ourselves. And then she said, the video's gone. I said, yeah, well, at least we got the backup. We've been filming an exact reverse of the room for damn near an hour.
Yeah. So we filmed for an hour a picture of Ray Price and his stereo. So you didn't get to see any of the video. You didn't get to see gevork, where I know a lot of these women are not watching me. They joined today to watch you. Right, ladies? Yes. I'm just telling you. Okay, so for those of you this is 2 weeks ago, so this is just a run. Dragon Cellar, Mirabilia Red. I think she would be awesome on here. Dragon Ride. I think we did Red. Margaret McGinnis, I think, just fell in love with her.
Such a cool.
The Dragon Ride was kind of cool, driving through there.
Yeah.
Anything mystical. Stony Creek has their wizards and
Lena
dragons.
Lawson.
Lena Lawson, yes, no.
The names.
And then we have it in 18 by 27 also.
Yeah. A small version. And you've got a decent amount for framing. It's not going to take away from any of the art.
Yeah, it's not going to take any away from the arch at all. This one is our vintage Halloween pumpkin circle on 18 by 27. The circle is 11 inches. On the 27 by 36, it's 15 inches. A beautiful vintage piece. You could do any of the pixies from Nora. You could do any Lena Lawson's, any Halloween. This is just fabulous. Fabulous. Awesome. David suggested, gevork was out of the room yesterday, David suggested black cats here with the broom. He said if you could put black cats there, that would be a big seller too. So that was fun. Okay, here's my favorite from the 15th release. Yeah. Absolutely love this.
Yeah, and I can't describe how close this is to real swimming pool color. On your screen, it looks really great. I don't know if it is for other people's. I was like staring at it while I'm cutting it. I just kind of want to like dive my head into it. It just looks so refreshing.
It's so awesome. And not only does this look like water, but this could be like just some funky, weird thing. Pam Campbell will like this.
And I think this will look great with silver because it look like sparkles on the water.
Yeah,
like sunshine.
Just beautiful. That is my favorite. Okay, now think of the new Mirabilia that was released on the 15th. Lady of Mystery. Lady of Mystery would just look fabulous on this, but you will need the 27 by 36 for her because she is 21 inches tall. And if you want her to go way up, you'll lose her in the tree. This is not big enough. This is only 18 by 27. So you'll need the larger cut. But think of Raven, Pixie, or Electra, Luna. Any of them would just be fabulous on here. We've got someone that's really light in this fabric.
And also, again, silver, especially because up here you can see the tree and the moonlight. It's almost like a mystical evening.
In silver, it'd be fabulous.
Yeah, and the overlays came out so beautiful.
Oh, it was just beautiful. So this is the 18 by 27 portrait. And then we will show you the landscape. A couple of pixies on this would be just fabulous. Would just be awesome. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Would just be awesome. Now remember, we have this in 27 by 36. If you remember, gevork placed 5 of the pixies on this. we will talk in another video about placement. We'll do like a short 3 or 4 minute video about placement and his idea on how to place different designs on fabrics. Because we're not the standard place where you fold it in half, fold it in quarter, and start in the middle. These you have to adjust.
We came up with a cunning plan where you can confidently at home, you can place anything. I mean, we're always there to help you anyway, but we've got a cunning plan, and we'll explain that in the next video on how to place things so they're exactly where you want them, and you start your stitching confidently without going out over the edge.
I think it'll be awesome. Yeah. And then, I love this one.
Is our favorite.
Halloween heel. I came up with this design. I was so excited about this. I was like, Gevork, we got to do this. I'm not a big fan of Bobby G designs, but she's really growing on me.
So good on that.
A little writing, the little which is right. The Mira Halloween Fairy, which is a kit from Hoffman. It was an exclusive. She's beautiful in it. The colors are fantastic. Use the fabric that comes with it on another project, or give it away because you don't want to stitch on anything but fabric flare. Just saying, please. But anyway, this is Halloween heel. Comes in 18 by 27. And 27 by 36?
That's right. Yeah. And if you want to know what to stitch on this, there's already an album up with loads of overlays.
Loads of overlays.
And some of them are great.
So it looks like we've lost comments. I can't see a lot of the comments. Okay. But we're getting ready to close.
The last few minutes, and then we're just going to carry on doing videos today.
Yeah, we're going to do videos all day today. I'm not flying home until morning. I'll fly home in the morning, try to get everybody's Lizzie Kates out. They won't be here until tomorrow afternoon because of UPS. Because of the holidays. So everybody that ordered the Lizzie Kate Mystery Sampler, they will be shipped tomorrow and Wednesday morning. So we're excited about that. April is working at the house tomorrow to get everything done. And a lot of fun things coming up. So awesome. We'll see you in a few minutes. We're going to see if this gets up. And thank you guys for the preview. Love you all. Bye.